This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. See my brothers back there taking pictures of the vehicle I just did a video of. This is a 2004 F250 crew cab. It's an XLT with leather seats. It has 258,000 miles. It's two-wheel drive, 6.0 turbo diesel. And we're trying to beat this monsoon that's about to hit us. I'm dubious of whether we're going to make it. Best part of this thing is the tires. Someone just spent a fortune on the tires on this thing. These are Michelin LT 265 75/16s. Those are expensive. Those are $300 a piece, and someone probably did it within the last 2,000 or 3,000 miles. I mean, they're barely been used. So someone liked this truck enough to spend that kind of money on it, which is always a good indication of a truck's quality, at least mechanically. Some high-speed rock chips. Front bumper looks good. So far, just basic minor rock chips and stuff. Oh my God! If this wasn't such a nice truck, we would have taken these and put them on a newer, lower model truck. But I figured this thing kind of earned these tires. It's going to put in that kind of service. I remember that there is a dent behind the driver wheel, real low. Boy, this is a really good idea to stand right here. See, we have this electric tower right here, and that would be lightning right there. So what you really want to do is get really close to the lightning pole so you can be on YouTube dying. Dumbest thing ever. What I'm doing right here, but whatever. All for the public and for wallets. A little scratch right here. A couple little dings in the tailgate. You know, I wouldn't be selling this thing as a cosmetic masterpiece by any means, but that being said, it looks pretty good. To a package. So there's the thing I saw. And the wind is just starting right now, so I'm about to get crushed, so I gotta hurry. Say those tires are an excellent indicator. We did not buy them. They came on the truck. A bunch of little rock chips on the side. I'm going to fire it up, open up the hood so you can hear it run from under the hood. There we go. There's your Ford stamp right here. You know that's a Ford fender. I can see between my fingers with the Ford stamp on the passenger door support. Got a new battery on this side. That's a brand new battery. That's an original battery. There's the Ford stamp on the passenger side. There's the Ford stamp on the driver fender. Stamps are nice to see. The way you know that it hasn't had any crash damage repaired in the front. They don't repair them with Ford parts. They're too expensive. Let's go through here. This thing came from Corpus Christi. Insurance company there. It was a theft recovery. Window locks on. There's the driver rear window. There you go. And the child locks on there. A little bit of rubbing on the ashtray. People always ask us, why are the seat rails rusted like that? Always. We get that whenever trucks come from San Diego, Houston, LA, Seattle, Portland. That's what the air does to them. Every one of them looks like that. And people are like, oh, it's been flooded. No, it has not been flooded. That's what they do. Passenger rear window. The other thing to know about that is that insurance companies dread selling vehicles that have been underwater and not announcing them correctly. They always take the safe route. They do not want to go under that bus. Obviously the center console was stolen. We didn't replace it. We're trying to keep the price way down on this thing. So it can, be a work truck for somebody, a nice work truck or whatever they want it to be. And you could pick up center consoles at Pep Boys if you want. There's forward, there's back, pull seat down, pull seat up, rear seat cushion down, rear seat cushion up, front seat cushion down, front seat cushion up. That works fine. You can see that there's a little bit of wear in the seat. Normally we would have our guy come and dye them, but like I said, we're trying to keep the price down on this thing so that it stays affordable for what it is. It'll stay on the carpet there. I don't know if this is a whole manual. Yeah, it is. You have a whole manual there. That's pretty rare. That's usually a good sign also. That and new tires always tell you that somebody liked it. Let's go over to these controls, make sure they all work. Driver window. I cannot believe it's not raining. Passenger window. Passenger rear window. Driver rear window. See the mirrors. Out, in, up, down. Other side. Out, in, up, down. Okay. Let's see. Door locks. Go there. Let's see. Power seat forward, back, up, down. Front seat down, front seat up, rear seat up, rear seat down, that works fine. No surprises under the carpet, no surprises there. Like I said, we did do an insert here. This was a big tear right here, so this is just a piece of matching vinyl, not leather. Some wear here. Let's see. There's a radio. Changer. Thank God the air's blowing. Even though it looks dark and cool, it's really muggy and hot. It really starts to suck weather-wise. Okay, there's your cluster. 258,900 miles. Obviously, you're going to be saving quite a bit of money on this vehicle because of the miles and because of the title, which is fantastic. Because whoever owned this before really liked it a lot. There's your tow all on and off. All right. That's a nice truck. Let me turn the air down a little bit. I forgot. So you can hear me a little better. No rattles or anything. Anyhow, this thing is being sold on a salvage title. So, if you want to drive it home, obviously you need plates and you need insurance. You can't get either with just a salvage title. We have to get a restored salvage title before you come. So, we charge $200 to do that. If you want to pick it up and drive it home, we have to do this. It's $200. We take it to motor vehicles about 6 in the morning, so we're first in line and we're required to stay with it. That could be anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 hours, which is why we charge $200. It's probably the most worthwhile money you'll ever spend in your life. But if you want to do it yourself, that means you're going to pay by wire and ship and do it in your state, okay? If you do it in your state, make sure that you know. Let me show you the driving here. Wow, this thing runs fantastic. Very strong. Someone took really good care of this thing. Anyway, so if you're going to drive it home, you have to get it restored. That's $200. Also, you're going to pay a dock fee of $250 if you come here, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, then you're going to pay a total tax of 5%, a $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price and nothing else. Unless you want us to restore the title before it ships out. I strongly suggest you do that, but if you don't, that's fine with us. Just make sure that you call your motor vehicle, get the person's first and last name who you spoke with, so you know who to strangle if they're wrong. Obviously, when you ship it out of state and they're wrong, it means you have to ship it back here, which is not pretty. So make sure you call your motor vehicles, tell them you're going to bring them an Arizona salvage title, theft recovery. All you're going to have is the salvage title itself, the truck, and a bill of sale from us. That's all we can give you. That's all we're ever going to be able to give you. Tell them that. If they're good with that and you understand their waiting policy and their appointment stuff, then go for it. We're slammed with this stuff, so it doesn't hurt our feelings at all. But it does suck when somebody calls us, once every 5 years saying, last time was an Escalade 5 years ago from Illinois, and they ran through the ringer because they wanted receipts for what was repaired on the salvage title vehicle, which was nothing because we bought it perfect. It was a salvage title due to theft, not collision or anything else. And the cops just couldn't quite conjure up the brain cells for that one. So he had to take it to Michigan and get it plated there, and then bring it to Illinois and get it plated there, which was absolutely absurd. Boy, this thing. This is easily the best running 6.0 I've been in a long time, and that includes the 100,000 and the 50,000 and the 20,000 mile ones. So I'm guessing that somebody really took good care of it. I don't know what they've done to this vehicle mechanically. You could never know, but I know when they run good and they feel really tight steering, this is one of them. That being said, eBay buyers, I'm giving this speech on every single vehicle we sell now, so you can look at all of them and you'll hear the same speech. This is not a new truck. It's got 258,000 miles on it. Ford bailed on warranty a long time ago. Their 900,000 engineers said, we don't know what's going to happen after X amount of miles, so let's not warranty it anymore. If they don't know, how do we? It's impossible. This truck has literally been to the moon. 258,000 miles. That would be the moon. So, you got to remember those things when things go wrong with a vehicle like this. We're not Ford. We're not the engineers. We're just the people who are bringing you this vehicle, and you're saving a ton of money. So if something happens, use that saved money. Look at this thing. Wow. What a truck. Yeah. Anyway, forget all the hype. Forget what I just said about what a truck. Just assume that it's going to explode the day after you get it. Okay? I feel like I need to say that because people don't listen. Anyhow, now that I've got that off my chest, I beat that.